I was never a Brady Bunch rabid aficionado, so I didn't realize that there were people at the time who were totally into it. What had happened was an actress named Eve Plum had stepped out of the Brady Bunch into a movie called Dawn, Portrait of a Teenage Runaway. And she'd gotten a 40 share, which in those days was gigantic. Now it's phenomenal. I mean, if you get a 40 share now, they give you Dubai as a gift. I mean, in those days, it was big, but it wasn't as big as it would be now. But we called her Eve, I have a 40 share Plum. And Dawn, Portrait of a Teenage Runaway, begat Alexander, The Other Side of Dawn, which was about Lee McCluskey as a boy who runs away to Hollywood and becomes a hooker. And Frances Faye was in that one, just a little side trip. But Eve was now a serious dramatic actress, and she was not going to be Jan Brady anymore. And so when they made this deal to go back to the Brady Bunch for the Variety Hour, she wouldn't come back, so we had to find a new Jan. And it came down to two girls, one a girl named Jerry Reichel, who got the part, and the other one was a girl who didn't get the part, and she wound up marrying one of the Hilton heirs and became Kathy Hilton and had two children named Paris and Nicole, who they named Nicky Hilton after her great-uncle Nicky, who was married to Elizabeth Taylor, her first husband. Doesn't it get incredibly bizarre? So, and Zsa Zsa's in there somewhere too. So Kathy Hilton didn't get the part, Jerry Reichel got the part, and people who were Brady Bunch fanatics immediately dubbed her Fake Jan, because the real Jan, Eve Plum, was not on the show. So we had the stigma of Fake Jan hanging over our heads besides. And it wasn't like, Jerry Reichel had been a breakout star, but she wasn't. She was a pleasant girl who looked like Eve Plum, kind of. And so I didn't know until years later that Fake Jan had meant anything. But there are people who would come up to me later and say, "You did that show with Fake Jan." I was trying to remember which of the many Jans were they talking about.